James, it's the week of. It's the week of. The wait is over. Friday, Premier League action is back. How are you feeling? You excited?
Yes, I'm Jack. As I said, I missed it. I miss watching everybody play. Not just Arsenal. Much as I'm very hopeful for us this year, I miss seeing everybody play, and I'm just looking forward to having football again. I think my Saturdays take football out of it, Jack. I'm a boring person. Let me not lie to you, Jack.
Dude, I'm the same. Seriously, you remove sport from my life, and I haven't got a lot of hobbies to fall back on myself.
For real.
We got a couple predictions coming here. If you want to see full table predictions, mine is out. Please go check that out. My version 3.0, which is my final table prediction before the start of the new season. One of the more important ones. That's out now, so please do go check that out. But James and I are going to have a little bit of fun here. We're going to do some kind of Premier League seasonal awards predictions going forward here. And first of all, James, we'll keep it nice and light. Premier League champions. Now, you know mine is Man City. Can we make this nice and easy and straightforward? Are we going to say Man City here, or have you got something else for us? He's a believer. Guys, he's a believer.
They got me in a chokehold last season. They made me believe, Jack. I'm a sucker, Jack. I'm a sucker, but I'm going to say it. I believe we're going to do it this year, Jack. Arsenal are going to win the Premier. Now, the only thing that's spanning the works is the fact that we won the Community Shield. And the last, I think, 13 teams have won it, did not go on to win the league. So that made me, I've never not celebrated an Arsenal goal, Jack, but I didn't celebrate that goal because I just felt it was going to be bad luck. But I just think, again, if we can get a striker in or like another wide player, then I'm extra hopeful. But I just think this year, surely, I do believe that we're better than Liverpool. I do believe we're better than United and all these teams there. City is the one caveat. It's easy to pick City. I could easily pick City.
Yeah.
They're by far the best team in the world. But I'm just going to say we're going to do it this year. I'm going to go for Arsenal, Jack. And if we fail, then I didn't want to put up the...
I think, James, Arsenal have gotten better. I think Jurriën Timber's a really underrated signing. You know, we'll see what happens with Rice, especially if you keep in Partey as well. Kai Havertz, can Arteta fix that and go forward? Because, James, Man City haven't gotten any better. Some might argue they've gotten worse. So, like, again, I don't hate your optimism. I'm just not going to go against Pep Guardiola, De Bruyne, and Haaland. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, deep down, I'm not going to. I'm just saying I just believe Arsenal are going to do it. But deep down in my heart, I know what teams.
The Grim Reaper's going to come, isn't he?
100%.
Again, another two potentially pretty boring statistics here, James. Top goal scorer, Erling Haaland, Harry Kane. Any sort of threat here, maybe?
Kane, obviously, those two are the shoo-ins. And another one that we always forget to mention, Mo Salah, Jack. Let's not disrespect him. Those are the three standout versions. But I just like to think again, I don't think he's gonna hit the heights that he hit last season. But I think it's still going to be Erling Haaland. So I'm going to say Erling Haaland as a top goal scorer.
Yeah, I'm the same. My only caveat, and you know my thoughts on this, rubber's got to meet the road here at some point regarding Harry Kane and Tottenham Hotspur. And James, we got some news reports today, didn't we? Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, to go into West Ham from Manchester United for 60-odd million. Harry Maguire's wages come off the wage bill. Money starts becoming available. That Manchester United pull for Harry Kane, I'm just saying.
I thought that move was rejected. But
it was, but if they go in again, if it goes for more money, I'm just saying, if Manchester United can somehow find the money for Harry Kane, we're looking at potential title challenges. And James, we're looking at Harry Kane getting more opportunities to score goals than he has in a Tottenham Hotspur kit. So that might be a rivalry there too. But James, it's Erling Haaland. It's Erling Haaland. So
if Harry Kane goes to United, Jack, we're having a different discussion. Let me not lie to you. And any other striker to come in, because we don't know what could happen. Chelsea could sign a serious player.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Top assists. Again, I really wanted to do something cool here. I did want to say like Saka. I did want to go maybe Bruno Fernandes. I did want to maybe think about, maybe Szoboszlai comes in and just absolutely tears it up for Liverpool. But James, top assists. I'm going Kevin De Bruyne. I'm sorry to be boring.
Jack, he is a guy that's been dominating it for God knows how long. Again, I just think with these stuff, it's just easy. Man City, Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, it's very easy. And again, I could just go for the low-hanging fruit, Jack. It's easy. You know, I think he's been the top assist guy for the last I think out of the last 5 years he's done it like four times. But I'm gonna say it's gonna be Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes last season created the most chances in the Premier League, Jack. Granted, he didn't have the most assists. That was Kevin De Bruyne with 16. Bruno Fernandes only had 8. Right. But if you're creating chances, the most important thing is people putting them away. So as long as he's creating the chances, and also with the new guy coming in, and if Man United can get that striker in, he's going to get more opportunity to rack up them assists. Jack, you seen that pass the other day for Guy Nacho that like Mason Mount went viral.
Yes.
But the pass was just ridiculous. He has this ability where he doesn't keep it simple. He's always going to go for the Hollywood pass, but he does create chances. So my guy's going to be Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, look, he's in my fantasy team for that reason exactly. I'm telling you that. He's going to, again, Rasmus Højlund, there's a lot that we need to still find out about this guy, but if he increases the potential output of goals, Bruno Fernandes is going to benefit from that in terms of his assist, that's for sure. James, best player, and what I think I'm going to try and do here, I'm going to remove Kevin De Bruyne and I'm going to remove Erling Haaland from the conversation. Who have you got as best player? Because I want to start mixing things up here a bit.
To be fair, again, as I said, those two are always going to be up there.
Oh, actually, sorry, James, I misspoke. I apologise because you picked Bruno Fernandes. You can pick De Bruyne if you want. I can pick Fernandes. Just don't be the top scorer or the assister. Sorry.
I'm going to say it's going to be neither of those two. Because I picked Arsenal to win the league, I like to think that one of our players are going to be the star of the show. I know we're more of a collective, but I think Martin Odegaard can be the guy to, be the best player this season, and especially like the influence he has on his team, the amount of chances he creates, his ability to link defense from attack, the praise he gets. To me, he's like, he might not to me shine as much, but them guys that just the media just love. He becomes a media darling. He's one of them guys there. So I like to think that if Arsenal go on to win the league, he will be the star of the show. Him and Bukayo Saka. So I'm going to say Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real redemption story, and we love an underdog, don't we? When did he sign for Real Madrid? 15, wasn't he? Something crazy 15, like that. 15. And again, this Norwegian kid signs, you're like, who the hell's this guy? Shipped out of Real Madrid, didn't quite hit the heights. I think he was at Sociedad, was he?
Yeah. He played really well there.
He's really blossomed at Arsenal, right? And I think that's really, really cool. So everybody's rooting for him. He's a great player, and it seems like a really good guy as well. So yeah, definitely with you on that. I am going to go for Bruno Fernandes. For many of the reasons that you had for the assist, I think this is a double-digit goal, double-digit assist guy, and I think Manchester United will take another step this year, especially with the signings that they've made as well. And I think James, especially with the captaincy as well, it's kind of a new thing, and he's a guy who goes off mentality, who goes off confidence, and I think especially with the captain's armband and how important he is into this team, we might see Bruno Fernandes' best year this year. James, breakout star. This is kind of a tricky one because obviously it's your own definition of what a breakout star would be. Who looks good to you coming out this year?
I think I'm going to go for this guy because I think this team have lost so many players, so many important players, in that team. And like last season, come to the end of the season, he really blossomed. I think this season he can hold down a first team spot. And I'm going to go for, and he also had a great Euros too, under 21 Euros. I'm going to go for Curtis Jones, Jack. I think that he can really hold down a Liverpool spot this year. The question is he going to be, if he's going to be sitting, I'm going to be worried a little bit. But for him just to be a starter for Liverpool with the likes of Henderson, Fabinho, James Milner, missing big players who were a big part of the club, especially Milner and Henderson. He's an academy boy, he knows the club that well, I like to think he can be a bit more vocal and be a bit more of a leader. So I'm going to go for Curtis Jones to be my breakout star. And also last season, coming to the end, he proper played into his own.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good pick. I'm not gonna lie, it's not one I expected to hear, but it's a good pick. I'm going with Mudryk. I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
Jack, I'm a believer too. I'm a serious believer. I think last season people didn't give him enough time. Like the guy, we must understand. He didn't have even 3 months of full training. Remember they had They had 3 months out. You know, he just joined in Chelsea, joining into training, and he showed glimpses of it. Granted, it wasn't amazing, but there was a serious talent there. And the one thing that to me stands out when a player has an attribute that you can't teach is speed.
Yeah.
You have speed, Jack. If you can combine everything else.
I see Gareth Bale. I see Gareth Bale. I mean, he's a little bit more slight than Gareth Bale was. Kind of maybe reminds me of Bale when he just joined Spurs. You know, he was still kind of
height-wise too. You know,
yeah, wasn't as built maybe as before, but he has all these physical attributes. I think James, you and I have probably both seen the goal that him and Nicholas Jackson combined with in pre-season as well, and you're just like, oh my god, because again, especially with Pochettino, if he can piece it all together. Like you said, speed, if you can be the best one-on-one defender in world football, but if a guy wants to go somewhere and he can beat you to the space that he wants to go to, you don't have any say in defending him. He's just going to go there. Guys, hate to say this, I don't know if Kylian Mbappe is the greatest finisher or the greatest dribbler ever, but what he has is undeniable acceleration, speed, and explosion, just blows by people. That's what makes him so explosive. Mudryk kind of has some similarities of quality.
And Jack, another thing that I like about Mudryk, and this is just me, the way I like football to be played, he's a showman. You know, I'm seeing him like the ball's switched over to him. He's trying to control the ball like Neymar, loves his flips and his tricks. That's what I like to see. I like to get out of my seat, and I believe he can definitely get me out of my seat. You know, so that's a decent pick, Jack.
Biggest disappointment or biggest underachiever? Who do you think maybe is kind of being set up to fail here a little bit?
We had a few last year. I'm going to say, as much as I had one of their players being a breakout star, I think Liverpool, Jack. I feel like if they don't like sort out what's going on with this midfield, like because Thiago Alcantara, as great as a footballer, he is, I can't trust him to stay fit, Jack. He's just shown me like he doesn't have the capabilities to play a whole season. Yeah. The fact that they've lost Milner, they've lost Henderson, they've lost Fabinho. They really don't have a defensive-minded midfielder there. And then rumours about bringing Matip in there or something like that. That worries me, Jack, because the thing about Liverpool was the cover. Yeah, teams could just play through them very, very easily. If they sort that out and bring in that player, then it's a different story. But as it stands right now, for me, it's Liverpool.
Yeah, look, I'm not overly against you there. I think in my most recent prediction table, I had them fourth, and I moved them up from fifth to fourth because, James, if you looked at their injury history last year, man, they got screwed, and I would just be amazed if there was a repeat of that. But there could be, and again, if they don't sort their recruitment out, especially with all the midfielders they've lost, they could be in big, big trouble. Lots of question marks. We did a video about that recently. There's a lot of question marks over this team. I'm going to go with Declan Rice. And obviously, I'm keen to get your opinion on this, obviously, because I'm going to say my bit, and then you're the man who's going to be able to tell me whether I'm right or whether I'm crazy. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a slightly different style of play. There's more expectations on Arsenal now than there really ever have been. Last year, I don't think anybody was expecting Arsenal to do what they do. Now, James, expectations are back at the Emirates. Now, that's a good thing because it shows you're a big team. It shows you can be taken seriously because people want to expect something from you. But Declan Rice, the price tag, the moment he has a misplaced pass or a bad game or doesn't do well, we know for a fact Twitter's going to explode. Pundits are going to be having a go at him, big waste of money, all this kind of stuff. I'm not saying it's going to get to him personally, because I believe he's one of the strongest personalities and characters in the Premier League at the moment. But I do wonder if it's a lot of change and if he's not going to live up to the expectations this year. I think long term, he's going to succeed. He's that kind of guy. But this year, I don't know. Declan Rice might be a disappointment.
Jack, you know what? If I had a bit more time to think, that probably would have been one.
Yeah.
I like to think that, okay, he could get going this year. This year might not be his year. I think I'm willing to accept that because I'm just seeing times when I'm watching him. I don't think he's suited in that role of being this box-to-box guy, you know, that can take us forward. I think on the ball, because we spend a lot of time on the ball. Right. Off the ball, tremendous. On the ball, that's where I have the problem because we need to be able to break down teams. And I don't think he's cute enough. So, Jack, that is definitely a shout there. But hopefully, you know, he can answer the call. But, guys, I need to know what you think right now. Who's going to be the champions? Who's going to be the top scorer, top assist player, best player, breakout star, and also underperformer? And that can be a team or a player. You have to comment down below and let us know. Guys, this is Box to Box Football. Jack and James, subscribe, guys, because we really, really need it. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.